Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I hope you guys can hear me okay, y'all. So look, hope somebody come in here, let me know if you guys can hear me, okay? Listen, do not get mad at me, anybody. Do not get mad at me, okay? But I have to say this. And Dana, you better not get mad, because as much as you be saying shit and I don't say nothing, you better not get mad. But I gotta say this, right? So last night, I was, listening to Dana's live, dozing off to sleep because I saw that he was addressing Toxic Diamond about something. And I did see Toxic Diamond. I know she got a new name now, but I don't know. I don't know really what the new name is. But I do watch some of her lives because I be like, oh my God. Like, I remember when Toxic Diamond was doing the R. Kelly coverage. And so I wish she would, like, put back up some of those videos and stuff from before, because it was a few I wanted to go back and take a look at. But I guess she hasn't gotten to it, or maybe she doesn't have access to it anymore, or I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But I watch her because I look at stuff going on in the black tea sector. And Toxic Diamond got a whole lot going on over there in the black tea sector with those people over there, right? So sometimes I'm watching her. So I did see that she had said something about Dana. And I saw the live where she talked about Dana gave her the money, to help her out with the bail situation. And so I was like, oh, that's nice, because this the thing. Everybody always talking shit, on Dana, but that was a nice thing, for him to do that. And she didn't ask him to come out here and tell nobody that he did that or nothing like that. She just came out here and said it, right? So I think I might have shared that live, and I shared it to show, like, what one person is to you, they something to somebody else. Like, don't. That's why I don't get involved in a whole bunch of the semantics and all of the back and forth foolery and shit. I don't get involved in that. I come on here and I try to discuss what I'm discussing, a true crime case, because to me that's what this R. Kelly situation is. And later on I am gonna come and do a live because I want to outline some other things I'm seeing as far as this dispute between this legal representation too. But for right now, I just wanted to come on here and say this. I'm getting my car serviced, and I decided to wait here. Y'all, they didn't even take my car back yet, y'all. So I don't even know how long I'm gonna be here. But I don't know why I decided to wait, but I did, and I probably shouldn't have. But I'm here now, so oh well. So I decided to come outside so I could try to talk to y'all about that. So last night I was listening to him, right? Because I wanted to see, like, what happened. Why did they fall out? Because she was just, talking so good. Well, I know they had like a couple of little disputes. If anybody is in here, text in the chat and let me know that you can hear me, okay? Because I don't even know if y'all can hear me. Because I think I took it off of this day going my iPods, but I'm not sure. AirPods or whatever the fuck they call, right? So I was listening to his live because I wanted to see, like, what happened. Why are they falling out? I know they had like a brief little spat or whatever before, but I think they cleared that up, and then down they fall out again. Well, so I went to put the live on, and like I said, I was getting ready to fall asleep, but y'all, let me tell you, this part had me cracking up. Dana, please don't do this no more. I got to, please do not do this no more. This part had me cracking up. So when Dana was talking about having Toxic Diamond come onto his platform to do that interview about Tim Savage, I did, because I was trying to tune in. I wanted to hear it, right? Because people know from my standpoint, I don't have any bad feelings towards what Tim did. I feel like Tim did what any parent would have done. And it might have been some missteps, and he might have said some things that people might not have liked. He might have said some things that he might not have liked. But when you're desperate and trying to get your child out of a situation that you don't deem to be safe, you don't know what you would do. And so that's the position that I take when I'm looking at the situation. There is a quote in How to Train Your Dragon, right, that says How to Train Your Dragon. That's one of my favorite little cartoons I be watching with Shuggy, right? She like that cartoon. And so in How to Train Your Dragon, there's a quote that says, I think the little boy Hiccup, I think that's his name, he said, I wouldn't kill him because he looked frightened. I looked at him and I realized he was afraid as I was. And when I look at that, I try to think about that when I'm thinking about Tim And I'm thinking about and John Jalen and some of the other parents who might have found their parents in some kind of crazy situation. How they responded is how they responded because they were in fear of something. Some of them, I ain't saying all of them, but some of them. And people can judge it, but you don't know what you would do until it's you. You really got to put yourself in that situation. Take away all of whatever it is you think about the allegation not being true. Because I know some people, sometimes that's interfering with them trying to decide, like, the bare bones of it. Think about if somebody came to you with these allegations that your child was in there, and what kind of fear and fright you might be in, and how you might respond, and what you might do. And then that's not even a good gauge, because a lot of people aren't even honest with themselves about what they would actually do. And they aren't honest with themselves about how they would actually respond, right? But I wanted to tune into that live. So the night that he had it posted to do that live with her, I was definitely in there. And then I noticed that she didn't come in there. So last night when Dana was running down and talking about what happened prior to that, transpired, and how she didn't end up joining in on the live that night to have that discussion, Dana said, y'all, oh my God, this made me crack up. Dana said, when I called her and she told me, oh, I'm drunk, I just didn't feel like jumping on there, I was just going to jump on the live and start dancing, right? Y'all, when he said that, I bust out laughing, because when I go into Tox live, that is what she be doing sometimes, y'all. She be up on there dancing, shaking everything, everything jiggling, right? And so I could only imagine her jumping on the Dana's live and doing that when he trying to be serious about the subject. And so then Dana said last night, y'all, he was like, and I told her, bitch, I don't know if he said bitch, but I know that's probably what he wanted to say, and that's what I put in there. He might didn't say that, but he said this though. He was like, bitch, you ain't coming on my live to be be doing no dancing. You coming on there to talk about how Tim Savage tried to fuck you, bitch. Oh my God, that shit had me cracking up laughing. I was like, why is Dana on his sounding like Ike Turner? like, bitch, you gonna get out here and talk about how Tim Savage tried to fuck you. Oh my God, when he said that, y'all, I bust out laughing. That shit was funny as hell. I was on my way to sleep and he woke me right the hell up. I did end up falling asleep like a little bit after that, but he woke me right the hell up when he said that. I was like, oh, Dana, don't say that shit like that no more. That shit had me dying laughing. I could not believe it. It was like it was on point, but so inappropriate. Like, bitch, that's not what you coming on here for. You coming on here to tell how Tim Savage tried to fuck you. Yo. Anyway, there's the other thing I want to say about this statement, because that statement made me laugh, but in all seriousness, right? If you want, like, because both of them got a side of the story. I don't know who telling the truth. I don't know whatever one is saying what. Like I said, I don't have no ill will or nothing towards any of them. I just watched them both from different perspectives, and honestly with different sectors, because Tox is really like active over in the black tea sector, and I don't know where else she is, but I just know what the disputes and stuff that be going over there with black tea. So I don't have no ill will, but this is what I do want to say though. If you think that somebody is trying to create a situation and might not be honest and truthful and telling something about you, that should give you some indication that maybe you shouldn't believe like what they are saying about somebody else. And so maybe that live was stopped right on time. Maybe it was not intended to bring up whatever it is that was suggested to have happened between her and Tim Savage, because if you don't think that she's being honest or what, and I'm not saying she's not, I don't know what the situation is, But if you don't think that she's being honest or forthright or telling all of this truth in your situation, why would you want to platform and give her opportunity to do that again with this Tim Savage situation? Like I said, I don't know if she was telling the truth about Tim Savage or not. But if you're questioning whether or not she's being honest about the way she's presenting whatever situation with you, that should give some indication that maybe you don't want to platform that, or maybe it was some kind of intervention knowing that something was coming down the line. Maybe this is just not the appropriate time to talk about that. And that's what I'm saying. Everybody keeps wanting to talk about don't believe women and don't believe all women, or until they want you to believe women, right? Because this is a woman who would be telling this story. But because this woman is telling the story about this adversary that you had for whatever reason, now you want people to listen and you want it to be believable. And so that's why I said, that's why a lot of some of the stuff, I don't take it with seriousness, because it's a contradiction. You are contradicting yourself when you say don't believe women, but then you platform women to tell stories against your adversary that you want people to believe, right? And so I don't know. That's all I wanted to come on here and say that. But I was cracking up. Listen, Dana, don't get mad at me, okay? Because you didn't say some. I did not respond to some of the stuff you didn't say. But so don't get mad. I'm only talking about what you said, but don't say that no more, because that shit sounded like Ike Turner, like you was about to force her ass out there to talk about that. I was cracking up, and I was also cracking up at the thought of Tox getting on Dana live doing that dancing too, because she does that all the time on her lives, all the time. At any rate, listen, y'all, I hope that the two of them can resolve whatever it is. I know Dana said that he's not going to deal with her no more, whatever. I know that's what he said, but I hope they can resolve whatever it is that's going on between them. Because like I said, I did hear the lie where she bigged him up and thanked him for helping her to get out of this last legal situation that she was in. So for what everybody else, people, that's, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what to say. What one person is to you, they might not be to the next person, right? And so that relationship or whatever, it looked like he was really there in the paint for her. And that's why I shared it when she said it, because out of all of the negative things that people say about somebody, when something positive is put out there, nobody ever highlights it or talks about it. And I just so happened to hear it. And so it was the reason why I had shared her live on my page that day when she did that. And so I hope that whatever it is, they can resolve it, because they seem like they've been longtime friends. And this internet will just messes up relationships altogether. But you don't want to let something so petty come in between. And I know she might have said some things about him aesthetically or towards his mom, but that was inappropriate. She shouldn't have said that. She need to come on and probably give a public apology for doing that and saying that. I don't know all of the details, because I didn't look at all of the details or what transpired. I just bumped into a live where I heard she was saying something, and so I considered, am I going to finish listening? But I started listening to something else. And so when Dana went live last night, I was like, oh, let me hop on to Dana, because I'm sure he's going to play all of it. And then that way I can get an understanding of what's going on. But y'all, I was trying not to, because I don't want nobody to ever think I'm delighting at their pain in a situation, or that it's that I'm doing it to make fun. But Dana was absolutely hilarious when he said that shit last night. And please, Dana, don't say that again, because you sound like you was ready to pistol whip her up onto that live when you said that. Like, bitch, get your ass up on here and tell how Tim was trying to fuck you. Oh my God, I could not take it, y'all. So on that, I am out. I just came real quick just to share that little bit. I do, like I said, have some information I kind of want to share with you guys in relation to the R. Kelly's attorney's legal disputes, and just some things I think that I picked up from what I'm saying in the scenario, in the situation. Like I said, discussing it like a true crime case. This is nothing personal to me, okay? And it shouldn't be personal to a whole lot of other people, but they have made it personal because they have put themselves as characters in this thing. And I mean, I can't tell nobody what to do, but it is what it is. So I hope y'all have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you. I think I'm gonna be able to come to talk to you guys this evening about it, because I was able to get some good sleep last night, and then I was able to get some other things done. But I do have some additional work I need to take care of when I get in. After I get done with that, then I should be able to come talk to you guys about what it is and my opinions on what it is I think that we're looking at in this situation. Y'all have a good day.